an honor it is to see all of our fellow Rotarians and friends and being here for our April 1st Grapevine Rotary Club meeting. So many of you guys are on, which is just what a huge blessing. I'm going to say a quick invocation. Christian Ross is going to lead us in the pledge. Darlene's going to lead us in the four-way test. You guys will bow your heads with me. Father God, we come before you and we praise you. We praise you for Grapevine Rotary. We praise you for our community. Lord, we praise you for our first responders and our nurses and our hospital staff. And Lord, we come before you thankful that we can get together as a club. God, I ask you that you help those that are sick right now. You help heal them. And you help those that are by their sides to give them the wisdom to help. God, I thank you for this club. I thank you for this time. And I ask that you continue to give us guidance and you help those that are sad, maybe a few seniors that can't get out. You give them some joy. And God, we just praise you for this club. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Can all of you see the flag?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we can.
Yep.
Thank you, Jen. Okay.
All right. Join me as we salute it, please. I pledge allegiance,
Pledge allegiance
to the
to the
flag
flag
of the United
United
States of
States
America,
of America,
and to the
To
republic,
the republic
which
Republic,
it
which
stands,
it
which
stands,
stands
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty,
liberty
and
and
justice for all.
justice for all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Now, please,
Go ahead, Darlene.
There's Darlene.
there I am. Please join me in the four-way test. Of the things we think,
think,
do,
say, and do.
is it the
Is
truth?
it the truth?
Is it fair
Is
to
it
all
fair to
concerned?
all concerned?
Will it build
Will it build
goodwill
goodwill and better
friendship?
friendships?
And will it be
Will
beneficial
it be
to all
beneficial
concerned?
to all concerned? And will it be fun?
Again, ever.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much for that, Christian and Darlene. Just want to go through a couple of announcements for us. If you guys didn't catch the email last week, or if you didn't catch our Zoom last week, please write down this number. If you have any questions or concerns or needs, and call Grapevine Cares at 817-410-4455. I'm going to give that to you one more time. And it's just a great resource that the city has put together for us and for everyone, that if you have questions, concerns, or you have needs, call this number, 817-410-4455. A lot of cool things that we are working on, and we're staying active as well as being socially distant. But if you do need to get out to the grocery store to pick up some supplies for yourself or some canned goods, just keep in mind that Grace Dropbox, there's 2 spots, one off Walnut and one off Scribner. And so if you have the ability, it's one of those, take one, drop one if you need something. And so what a great partnership we continue to have with Grace, and we want to do our part as Rotarians to help out with that. So just keep that in mind, again, off of Walnut or Scribner. We've been working, big thanks to Leon and Doug and setting up in this, and we're partnering with the city as well. We're setting up blood drives. The first one is going to be on 4/13 from 12 to 4 at Wise Guys. So keep that in mind. Put that on your calendars. And we know that we still need blood. I mean, so what a great thing to continue our partnership as Rotarians, to partner with the city. It's just neat to see that we continually partner up with so many of the leaders and different organizations in our great city. So those were just a couple of announcements. We have so many things going on in our club, and I wanted to hand it off to Elaine Free, our program chair, because she took the lead along with so many other Rotarians with how we are keeping our club connected. If you know, our theme this year is Rotary Connects the World, and we've done such a great job as a club staying connected, and this is some trying times for us to stay connected. But I'm excited to let Elaine chat with us and share with us how we are trying to keep our club connected. So Elaine, the floor is yours. Darlene, do you want to go ahead and just kind of start with what our thoughts were, and then how Elaine and the committee kind of took it over, and how they're moving forward with it?
Well, what we're doing, and Elaine took the lead on this, and it's really been awesome, is to really make sure that every Rotarian is reached out to by another Rotarian. So we've set up, through Elaine's hard work and the team, the list of all the Rotarians and rotating so that different members of the club are reaching out to other Rotarians and just checking up on them, seeing if there's need anything, just to have a little bit of conversation with them so that we all stay connected with each other and we continue to keep going with this wonderful club of service that we're all members of.
I think it's great, and I'll tell you, even when a couple of Rotarians reach out to me personally, it is so nice to hear from our friends in Rotarians, and it's encouraging. So I know when we're watching the news, and I know that we're not going to deny that it is a challenging time, but at the same time, we've got a lot of good things going on. We've got a lot of good things going on, and we want to keep that up. So, and speaking of that, I think you guys have heard and seen that my wife is a teacher in our school district, doing just an amazing job. And I know that Brad is on. I don't know if he can unmute and just kind of give a quick update on how our ISD is continuing to educate our students and how well our teachers are doing. So, Brad, are you able to unmute and share with us?
Yes, President. Can everybody hear me okay? Is that good?
Mhm.
Okay. Hey, I just want to say it's great to see everybody. It's just kind of refreshing, and it's like a fuel. It's just energy, and so it's awesome to be with you guys today. And so, as Kevin mentioned, and I guess I'll start with one of my favorite quotes by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and it is, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moment of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." And this is just one of those moments in time where certainly it's challenging. It's a crisis for the world, and we're starting to see it affect so many, and it's getting closer and closer, I think, to our own personal circles. And so I just want to start out by saying, first and foremost, it's such a blessing to have our first responders, our police, our fire, are the men and women that are on the front lines in our hospitals, just serving and supporting our communities. It's a blessing to work in a school district that we have such solid partnerships with all those entities, with the city of Grapevine, the city of Colleyville, city of Euless. We have an amazing partnership with Baylor Grapevine, and just to be able to collaborate and talk with those leaders on a daily basis and just share ideas, and just share solutions and how we're moving forward, because we're all in this together, and kind of, we all serve the same purpose, and that's to serve and support and just provide hope and fill the gaps where we can in supporting our families and students. I first just want to kind of start out with, we started having these conversations or feeling, the anxiety of us not probably going back to school post spring break around Tuesday of spring break. I believe our spring break was March 9th through the 13th. And about Tuesday, my family and I, we were in Colorado skiing, and my phone, just started ringing, and I was on the phone constantly. And from Tuesday for the remainder of the week, we're pretty much working, but we realized that, okay, this is real, and we aren't bringing our students or our staff back on Monday. And we need to start creating a plan for what does that look like in us moving towards an online instructional medium. And so we pretty much, our team worked nonstop from about Tuesday until that Monday, that we started back online, and developed we call it Learning at Home. It's an online instructional platform for our students and staff, and it's been, I guess the analogy I would give is we're building the plane as we fly it, and we started flying that plane over spring break. But it's been really neat to see how the culmination of this work and really the fruits of that labor come into play. And we've received a lot of positive feedback, and we've received a lot of constructive good feedback in helping us kind of build this plane stronger and better as we fly it. I will say this, that we're now in week 2 of our Learning at Home, and week 2 is better than week 1. And we're looking forward to week 3 being better than week 2. And I keep saying weeks because some of you are like, well, how many weeks are we going? Well, we just extended. The governor, I think, just made the announcement. I think it was the executive order was yesterday or the day before. I'm losing track of all these executive orders, where we're now officially closed through May 4th. just me, in my opinion. Okay, this is Brad's opinion. Don't write this down or anything, guys. It's
It's
going to
being
be
recorded, Brad.
well. It's hard for me to see us coming back in a face-to-face medium, and I think most of you are probably going, well, no, duh. But so I see us finishing this spring semester in this capacity. Um, and so, the good thing, as I mentioned, we have amazing teachers. We have amazing staff. Kevin, his wife, Kimberly, our teachers are doing such amazing work with our students. To see them, and I have 4 kids that are all in different phases of K-12, but I think what spoke volumes to me was my first grader, my 7-year-old son, who the other day when he connected for the first time, was able to see his class and his teacher on that WebEx, kind of in the same format that we're in today, and just see those faces and smiles. Man, he was so giddy and could not stop moving or smiling or talking, and he couldn't understand that he was muted and nobody could hear him, but he was talking 90 miles an hour, and so it's just neat to see our teachers just continue with that engagement and connectivity. You know, I think the one thing, this hasn't been without certain challenge and a lot of, critical thinking for us to get to this point. But the one thing that has helped us tremendously, and we've talked about this, you've heard me mention this, you've heard Dr. Ryan talk about our LEAD 2021 and LEAD 2.0 strategic plan. We have been a one-to-one district, and what it means is we have each child in our each student in our district has had a device that for our secondary students, they take this laptop home with them each day. Our students, for the most part, they keep their iPad at school with them. Now, some can take them home, but our teachers and our students have been very familiar with this technology. And so for the last few years, we've been doing a lot of work unknowingly, that it would come to a time like this, but I think our that has helped us and prepare us for such a time of challenge like this. And so, it has paid tremendous dividends for us to be progressive, to be on the on the front edge of that technology. Just being on that technology integration piece. And so, and a lot of that is from our community support. We have provided that through bonds, and that is from our community support. And so it's been a blessing just to see all the fruits of this labor, the years of culmination, the foundational work that has allowed us to be where we are today. I'll kind of want to switch gears on you and just kind of see the positive in this, and what I think you've seen, what I've certainly seen, is it's forced us and really made us press pause on all the distractions going on around us. We're not chasing, for me, we're not chasing kids to and from practices. We're not, eating dinner on the fly. We're sitting down as a family, having conversation, checking in with each other. We're spending time outdoors on family walks. We've gone to Lake Grapevine and hiked the trails. I mean, it has been just an amazing time these last couple of weeks of family bonding, engaging with our immediate family and my kiddos. And so I think hopefully as we look back on this time, we're going to see just that tremendous bond that we've been able to form with our close families. And certainly for our students and families, I think our kids are going to remember this and really look back on it as a time that was near and dear to their hearts, and go, man, I was able to really spend time with mom and dad or their brothers and sisters who they may not get to, bond with on an everyday basis because, life happens and all the distractions around us. But I just want to thank each and every one of you for stepping up, for being leaders in our community. It takes all of us, and we all can lead where we are. And certainly that's a saying that I'm stealing from Dr. Ryan. He tells us all the time, guys, lead where you are. It doesn't matter title. It doesn't matter your role. You all have talents and gifts that you can implore upon your community, upon the people that you serve around you, and we can all make a difference. And I just want to thank this club. I want to thank all of you for your leadership. I've spoken to many of you during this time, and it's been amazing to partner with you and how we can help and serve others. And guys, I'm just blessed to serve in GCISD and to just just serve and support our community and the people that are really in need at this time. So, Kevin, I probably talked and blabbed way too much, but
and I appreciate the update, and and I echo your thoughts. I think it's an amazing community. I would say you guys are doing a phenomenal job. I mean, there are challenges for us all. There are some opportunities for us to spend some more quality time. That's why I'm so excited about what Elaine and so many of you guys are staying connected as a club. We know that there are needs out there. So please, if one of your fellow Rotarians calls you, share those needs. And I just think it's so neat that we're doing that, and we're going to continue to stay connected with that. With that, I know that we see a lot of this, what's in the news and all that, but there's an opportunity for us to, I don't know about you guys, but I have seen acts of kindness everywhere. And it's been so neat to see. And I wanted to have an opportunity for, you'll see somewhere on your screen where you either need to raise your hand or Deb can unmute you. If there's a story, if there's an act of kindness, not necessarily similar in the ways of how we would do Good News Dollars, I think it's a great time to kind of share that. And so I don't know if there's somebody already Deb, that has wants to share, but I think it would be neat to hear from our club something that you've seen in the community over this last couple of weeks that you think is an amazing act of kindness.
And please understand that I'm writing down everybody's name, and I will find you.
This is Deborah. I had a really cool thing happen at the grocery store. I was going through getting things for my family, and I loved that this woman in front of me had some biscuits, and I was like, "Oh, you're the one that got the last of the biscuits," and just was joking about it because I knew I had crescent rolls at home. And she said, "Oh, do you need one?" And I'm like, "No, that's okay." She goes, "No, seriously, take one. We need to go ahead and take two." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you don't need to do that." She goes, "No, this is what we should be doing." And I just love that, and wanted to, shout out to her. That there's so much goodness that it is happening, and people watching out for each other. And there's silver linings that we'll find. So that was mine.
Okay, well done, Deb. Thank you.
Anybody else have a quick story?
Luann would like to take the floor, I believe.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know my mom lives up in Iowa, and she had two of her church kids come by with signs, rang the doorbell, stood far away, that said, "Just wanted to know we care about you." And I thought, what a great way for some of these seniors if we went out just some signs on a nice day to wave at them and let them have some connection without any contact.
Great idea. Thank you.
Hi, Kevin. This is Debbie Meek. Am I on?
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
on, Debbie.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Saturday, I went to the jewelry store. I was not open, but I went and met with some of my customers who were picking up jobs that we already had in progress. And Darla with Devon Designs rather, came by, and she was rolling down Main Street with floral arrangements because she had had a number of events cancel, and she didn't want to see the flowers go to waste. So she rolled down Main Street and just wished us a happy day and gave us these flowers. And so I wanted to give a shout out to Darla and what else she's doing even at this time. I thought it was really nice. It made my day. And
That was great.
it and gave it to my sister-in-law who had just gotten out of the hospital.
That's well done. Well
Great
done.
story. Thank you. $5.
I think we can waive those. Yeah.
Do we have any others?
Christian, why don't you roll into one of those amazing videos?
Absolutely. So I kind of, as we were talking about the meeting coming up this week, I wanted to offset some of the negativity that we have seen for sure, with just some good stories, and just like those good news dollars, almost, if you will, like Like there truly is good going on. And so I found 3 that I thought you may have seen them, you may not have seen them, but I wanted to kind of go through these and tell them if we can real quick. And so as I set my screen up here, I've got a picture that you should all be able to see. And many of you know longtime rock and roller John Bon Jovi for like his hits like Living on a Prayer or You Give Love a Bad Name. But you may not know that he has a nonprofit foundation that runs 2 restaurants in New Jersey. And these restaurants are a little different. The fact that they have no prices on the menu at all. They just have suggested donations. And if you can't afford a meal but are in need of one, they don't turn you away. In fact, they bring you in and they feed you and they treat you as any patron who comes to the door. And so I did a little research on it, and in total at these 2 restaurants, they've served over 100,000 meals, and almost 50% of them have been given away for free, no donation or anything. But knowing that, and some of you in the restaurant industry for sure, or knowing people that are, and knowing how they've struggled to deal with the changes right now, a picture that I'm showing right here was snapped this week and put on Instagram of one of the employees at one of those restaurants. And it is a picture of John Bon Jovi himself, the Hall of Fame rock and roller, in the kitchen washing dishes at one of his restaurants. And I just thought it was fantastic that one of the most famous musicians of all time could probably be hiding out on a private island. Instead, he's got his sleeves rolled up and he's serving a portion of our population that's in truly desperate need right now. And so I, as one of our Sergeant of Arms, I'd like to say, let's get John Bon Jovi a red badge, because to me, that's what I call service above self. So I thought that was pretty cool to hear. So,
amen.
I've got a couple more, but I'm happy to let anybody else jump in if they've got one.
Hi guys, this is Cass.
Hey Cass.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I just wanted to share a quick, it's not a brand anything, but my neighbor next door, they were gonna go to Sam's sometime recently, and they, called to us to find out, do you need anything before we go, so that they can pick it up for us? And I thought that was really very thoughtful.
Wow.
Hey, nice story, Cass. Thank you.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Hi, this is Ann. Can you hear me?
Yes, Ann.
I wanted to share also, my daughter is going
Another counter?
and this week she created a sign to the sanitation workers to say thank you for their continued service. And I thought that was very heartfelt, so that they would know that we continue to thank them for coming to pick up our discarded items on the curbside.
That's awesome. Tell your daughter thank you.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna borrow that one, Anne.
There they are, looking good, guys, looking good.
Okay, then I'm going to do another one if you guys don't mind.
Go right for it.
Somebody's got their phone ringing. So switching gears for this next one, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. This week, Elizabeth Eichenbreiter's daughter was supposed to get married on Saturday, but the coronavirus had other plans, of course. And so knowing that she'd probably be down about it, her family members and her wedding invitees decided they'd try and cheer her up while still maintaining a healthy distance. And I'm not going to show you this entire clip, but there are several minutes of the wedding invitees driving through her neighborhood, and they're honking in this parade style. They're waving and holding up signs, all trying to cheer her up during what would have been her wedding ceremony time. So I'm happy to report, though, that her initial wedding plans were not derailed. The wedding has not been canceled; it's only been postponed. So we're happy for Elizabeth and her daughter that although it's changed a little bit, she's still gonna be able to get married. And I thought it was pretty cool that all of her wedding invitees decided they'd still come celebrate with her, even in the time where she couldn't get married.
Good fellow.
Somebody should have Jan out of mute.
You guys
gotta have some fun in this club, that's for sure. Christian, thank you so much for sharing that. Listen, I would tell you, I'm just gonna challenge each and every one of you to find a way to continually make a difference service above self, whether that's calling a senior, whether that's calling your Rotarian, whether that's picking up a meal and taking it to somebody. It is so critical right now. What we focus on as a club, we are making a huge impact. And I cannot tell you how honored I am to serve alongside you guys. I have been choked up so many times over the past couple of weeks because of this continuous amount of support, the amount of love in our club, and quite frankly, how much I miss seeing each and every one of you. So I know this isn't perfect. This isn't the easiest for all of us. I haven't been accustomed to Zoom meetings before. It hasn't been natural for me. But it is so neat to see us move forward. Elaine is going to be getting back with our committee, and we hope to have a few programs as we move forward on Zoom, whether they record them or whether they are live with us. So I think as we continually move forward and we know how to better equip ourselves and work together with this, with muting and not muting and giving the person the time to actually talk. I just want to say that I am thankful for us. I'm thankful for Darlene, and I have talked almost every day, and just the amount of work that behind the scenes that she's doing, and Christian Rosser, so many of you guys. It's just so neat to watch. So again, just a reminder on a couple of things. We've got the blood drive coming up on 4/13. If you're able to get out, if we still need blood. That's why it's got from 12 to 4. I'll add that to the email. So a lot of the things that we're talking about, I'll have on the email as well. So the big thanks to Leon and Doug for getting that set up and partnering up with the city. Now, again, the phone call, if you have any concerns whatsoever, call Grapevine Cares. They'll call that phone number, and that phone number is 817-410-4455. And if you need some essentials, when you're calling your Rotarians, I mean, we've had several stories where it's like somebody is needed just a quick bag of almonds or a gallon of milk or whatever. If you're out and about, do that drop off at Grace, or check on your Rotarians and say, can you drop something off on their front porch for them? Stay safe, continually wash those hands. Darlene, do you have anything that you want to add?
No, I mean, the only thing that I want to add is I did just get an email from John Springer, the president of AMBUCS, and it looks like those masks will be in on Friday. So we'll send an email out and figure out what the best approach is to get those to our first responders so that the club feels a part of that. So it probably won't be till early next week by the time they get wherever they're going to go and we figure out how to.
Mr. President, before you go, I do believe Marcy might have something. She's raising her hand.
Marcy. Go ahead, Marcy.
Yes, I had two things. My church is in the same shopping center as your pizza place, Kevin. And we're partnering with the Rotary Blood Drive on the 13th and the 20th. So I'm excited to get more people involved in the blood drive through my church. And second point, if anybody needs dinner tonight, other than Wise Guys, go to Bartley's or call Bartley's and order food from them. They really need help right now with more food sales. So they've been so good with our club for so long, and I think we should support them and order dinner from Bartley's this evening.
Marcy, thank you so much for that reminder. It's neat to see that between the city, between your church right in the parking lot. I mean, we're gonna see a big turnout for blood, hopefully, and no doubt.
How do we schedule a time?
I'll send the link out
Okay.
with the email, so there will be an email with a link to it.
Good. Otherwise, we may all show up at once.
Yeah, we'll make sure you're about 15, 20 feet apart. We should be all good. All right, excellent. Well, guys, thanks so much. Go ahead.
I called earlier for Bartley's, and I was going to deliver one to a couple of our members as well this evening. And the girl told me that only one other person besides me had ordered from them. But if there's somebody that wants to call in and order, I'm happy to come deliver somebody that doesn't want to get out. So if they want to call in and order, I can come deliver.
Excellent. No, I think that's a great point. Thank you so much, Leanne. And I know that Elaine has stressed that too. And I know that several of our Rotarians, I know Chris Ham and several other Rotarians said that they are happy to drop off. So if you do need it delivered, get with Leanne, get with Elaine, and call Bartley's and get it set up. But they have been a tremendous partner with us for years and done a great job catering to us. So anything that we can do to support them.
Before we sign off, I believe Chief Brown has something he'd like to mention as well. If we could unmute him.
Chief Brown, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, everybody, I just can't stress enough. Please take this thing seriously. This isn't a vacation. This isn't spring break extended. This virus is real, and it's impacting a lot of people and a lot more than what we really know yet. Tarrant County's behind with all the testing, and it's probably not going to catch up. The testing is pretty much that window is past, but this virus is out there. So please stay home, stay safe, stay away from other people. This is great Zoom, but I just can't stress enough, because your first responders, your nurses, your doctors, your hospitals, we don't want to spike that curve. So please just take it serious. That's all. Thank you.
Absolutely, Chief. Thank you so much for that. And, again, at the end of the day, if we're staying home, if we're being safe and washing those hands, then we're going to see this flatten. And we need to make sure that we're doing what we can to listen to, Chief Brown and Chief Hamlin and the city and the counties and the state. So thank you so much for sharing that, Chief Brown. All right, Christian or Deb, have you seen anybody else that needs any comments? Darlene, you kind of faded away from us while you were chatting. Do we need to circle back and finish what you were saying?
No, you probably wish I would fade, but no, it's all good. I appreciate everybody's comments. It's great seeing everybody. Thank you, Chief, and thank you to the whole fire department and police department and the city for the amount of work they're doing. I know this is a tough time for everyone. I know Main Street's a little bit complicated right now with all the things going on there, but I think that the city made a wise decision to get these things done quickly while there's not traffic. So just thanks to all, everybody keep good thoughts and get out and get some exercise and enjoy the sunshine when we have it, and follow the great advice that Chief has given us.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for all you guys do as Grapevine Rotary connects the world. This meeting is adjourned.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, like their mother, the youngest one in curl.
Has Darlene joined us? We're going to give it just another minute or two. I'm going to text Darlene and see if she's going to join us. If for whatever reason Darlene doesn't jump on, Elaine, do you mind leading the 4-way test if she does not? Has Darlene joined us?
Hey, Dick, looking good, man.
I'm just laughing. Look at how good we all look. In about 4 weeks, we're going to figure out what color our real hair is.
Hey, Sean, do me a favor, sir. Just make sure you stay on mute, sir. Let's give me a little Zoom etiquette, sir.
Of all the people, you don't have to worry about me.
Has Darlene joined us? Somebody should jam out of mute. You guys gotta have some fun in this club, that's for sure.
Hey, Jan Ramsey, thank you for the tour of your house.
Yeah, there's
right? No kidding.
Jan's gonna be on the blooper video.
I finally see everybody, and now I need to leave the meeting, and I'm not sure how.
It says leave meeting, Darlene. Has Darlene joined us?